On September 5th, the Xi'an Public Security Bureau in Shaanxi Province released a notice across Chinese media, offering a reward for information related to a serious criminal case that occurred in July. The notice identified 5 suspects involved in the case, all of whom are currently on the run, but no details about the crime itself were provided. The announcement quickly garnered widespread attention online. For many Chinese citizens, they are used to the secrecy and lack of transparency within the CCP. The immediate assumption was that the case likely involved high-ranking local officials, raising concerns of a potential ripple effect. Violent incidents are occurring frequently in China, many of them carried out by individuals under immense societal pressure or harboring feelings of hopelessness or deep-seated resentment. These attacks often result in tragedy for innocent people. While public condemnation is swift in most cases, there's one notable exception: when officials are the targets. When a CCP official is murdered, the public response is quite positive. In a nation where corruption is rampant, local officials are widely despised. Whenever conflicts arise between officials and ordinary citizens, Chinese law typically sides with the officials. As a result, murders of government officials tend to be surrounded by mystery, with the truth frequently concealed as a state secret. It's believed that the CCP strictly controls the narrative surrounding such cases to protect the party's image and to prevent copycat incidents among the public. According to a notice from the Xi'an Public Security Bureau, authorities are investigating a serious criminal case involving 5 primary suspects: Zhang Zhihao, Fen Long, Zhao Junqing, Zhang Pengfei, and Jing Weiwei. The group fled on July 19, 2024, following the incident. The suspects, aged between 29 and 37, are the focus of an intense manhunt. A reward of 10,000 to 30,000 yuan has been offered for any information leading to their capture. A week after the notice was issued, anonymous sources began leaking details of the case, sparking public interest. Curious netizens have attempted to piece together the full story based on scattered information, but the case remains too sensitive to confirm through official channels. Many online are skeptical of the limited and vague details provided by authorities, adding to the confusion and speculation. Some netizens claim that the 5 suspects had gone to confront a high-ranking official at his home in mid-July, which allegedly resulted in the killing of the official and his entire family. Screenshots from WeChat conversations suggest that the 5 suspects involved are former PLA veterans. Contrary to initial speculation, their motive was not robbery. One of the suspects from Denfeng, Hunan Province, Mr. Zhang Zihao, manages a 5,000 square meter bathhouse. All 5 suspects were reportedly financially stable with jobs, not impoverished or unemployed. According to a message posted by a person claiming to be a police officer in Shaanxi, Xi'an's deputy mayor Wang Hongbing and 11 members of his family were attacked on July 19th. 11 were killed and 1 was injured in the assault, which took place in Xie Village, Shangzhou District, Shangluo City. He claimed that authorities had issued directives prohibiting any media coverage of the case. A local resident from Xi'an with a pseudonym Fang Hao disclosed more information to overseas media, stating that he knew 2 of the 5 fugitives, Zhang Zihao and Zhang Pengfei. According to Mr. Fang, Zhang Zihao, the mastermind of the attack, is a highly influential figure in the area, with deep connections to both the legal and criminal worlds. He reportedly owns a successful chain of bathhouses offering massage services and is worth several million yuan. The other 4 suspects were his employees. Fang Hao shared that Zhang helped him with a problem involving his brother-in-law, Yu Jianbang, a well-known figure in the local underworld. Yu was once a representative in the local People's Congress and started a chain of high-end massage parlors with branches across the country. After Yu immigrated to the UK, he left the management of his businesses in the hands of Zhang and his associates. It's rumored that Yu, while abroad, was involved in laundering money for local officials in Xi'an, Shaanxi Province. Upon his recent return to China, Yu was arrested by police. According to Fang Hao, Zhang attempted to use his connections to resolve the situation, but likely failed to reach an agreement with senior officials. In response, Zhang allegedly led 5 of his associates to the official's home, though the exact details of what happened remain unknown. The targeted official is believed to be the deputy mayor who also served as the head of the local Public Security Bureau. The Chinese authorities have not officially confirmed the alleged murder of Wang Hongbing's family. Chinese search engine Baidu records show that Mr. Wang, age 52, currently holds the positions of member of the Standing Committee of the Xi'an Municipal Party Committee, executive deputy mayor, and head of the organization department. Wang is a powerful figure, overseeing much of the city's human resources, materials, and security forces, including the local police and military. Reports circulating online indicate that following the alleged murders, security at train stations, metro systems, and especially Xi'an Station, has significantly tightened, with authorities conducting thorough inspections. Non-local residents have also been subjected to checks. One resident from Weiyang District in Xi'an shared that her rented apartment was searched twice in July, with police checking her ID on both occasions. At the time, she was unsure of the reason behind the inspections, but after seeing the online rumors about the murders, she speculated that these checks were related to the case. China's surveillance system is known to be among the most advanced in the world, with cameras installed in virtually every corner of major cities. Most crimes are solved within days. More than 50 days have passed since the attack. The Chinese authorities have yet to track down any of the suspects, suggesting that this case may be more complex than it appears. Some believe that the perpetrators are being protected by powerful forces, and the full truth may never be revealed. Public opinion has been vocal about the alleged victim. If the rumors are true that the slain official was indeed Wang Hongbing, many argue that Wang himself was a key figure shielding organized crime. His demise, they say, would be a form of justice, removing a corrupt figure from power. Fang Hao, who spoke to the media, echoed this sentiment. Of course the police won't dare to reveal the truth. If they did, who would help them catch the suspects? Nowadays, when a government official dies, people celebrate. They set off firecrackers. I saw comments online calling these suspects heroes. Ex-user Wan Junxie recently posted that the frequency of such violent incidents in China is on the rise, warning that the country could face widespread social unrest. Rumors circulating online suggest that two of the suspects, Zhang Zihao and Zhang Pengfei, have turned themselves in to authorities, but this information has not yet been officially confirmed. A Chinese legal scholar residing in Europe, Mr. Du Wen, commented that the CCP often withholds information about such incidents to prevent public doubt over the government's stability and to avoid triggering social unrest or copycat crimes. The focus of state media, he said, is on positive messaging, highlighting social harmony. Mr. Du also noted that as economic conditions worsen and societal tensions escalate, resentment and violence towards officials are likely to increase. The highly secretive nature of the Xi'an case has led to heightened tensions among government authorities, sparking widespread speculation online. Many people have voiced their thoughts, with some expressing the belief that all of China's issues stem from upper echelons of the government, and that targeting the leadership is the right course of action. Others suggest that the CCP, having committed numerous wrongdoings, is now being confronted directly, giving hope for change in the country. Some even advocate for the oppressed to rise up, drawing parallels to the Bangladesh model of rebellion. As the public remained focused on the case of the 5 wanted suspects from Xi'an, another shocking incident surfaced online. On September 19th at 9:12 a.m., the director of the Hunan Provincial Financial Department, Liu Wenjie, fell to his death in what appeared to be a murder. At the same time, 2 other men also fell to their deaths at the same location, the residential building for finance department officials in Tianxin District, Changsha City, where Liu's official residence was located. Multiple eyewitnesses reported that 3 individuals fell from the building and were all pronounced dead at the scene. Amid the worsening local financial situation and escalating tensions between officials and the public, the news of Liu's death sent shockwaves through Chinese society, igniting intense debate across social media. In response, Chinese internet regulators swiftly moved to block related topics, attempting to stifle public discussion. Reports circulating online claim that Liu was involved in a 60 million yuan financial dispute with 31-year-old Zhang Yuhui and 35-year-old Zhang Hui. On the morning of the incident, the 2 suspects allegedly disguised themselves as security and cleaning staff to gain access to the residential building of the Hunan Finance Department. They then entered Liu's home to demand repayment, but a violent altercation ensued. According to these reports, Lu Wenjie was tied up and placed outside her apartment window, ultimately falling to her death. But the circumstances of the death of the two suspects remain unclear, sparking various theories online. It's reported that Zhang Yihui was a representative of the CCP People's Congress and a member of the Chinese People's Political Consultative Conference in Pingyang, Yuyang City. Zhang Hui was one of Yuyang's top 100 outstanding youth, and both men owned businesses. Public records show that Lu, born in October 1966 in Lianyuan, Hunan, had worked for the Hunan Provincial Financial Department for many years. She held several positions, including Deputy Director of the Administrative and Legal Affairs Office, Deputy Secretary of the Party Committee, Director of the Personnel and Education Office, and Deputy Director of the Finance Department. She was also a member of the Standing Committee of the Hunan Provincial Discipline Inspection Commission. On December 28, 2022, she was promoted to Finance Director and appointed Secretary of the Party Committee of the Finance Department. According to local sources, the residential community where Lu lived has strict security, with guards regularly stationed, making it difficult for strangers to enter. On September 20th, the Shaanxi Public Security Bureau released an official report providing a different version of events surrounding the death of Lu Wenjie. According to the report, one of the suspects, Zhang Yihui, was the legal representative and shareholder of multiple companies, including Pingyang County Tianhao Industrial Company. Between 2019 and 2022, Zhang was involved in the furniture business outside of Hunan Province and accumulated over 12 million yuan in gambling debts during multiple trips to Macau. At the time of the incident, the two suspects reportedly waited in the stairwell outside Lu Wenjie's 13th floor apartment. When Lu opened her door, they allegedly held her at knife point and forced her inside. During the ensuing struggle, both Lu and Zhang Hui fell from the window, but Zhang Yihui attempted to escape by sliding down to the 12th floor using the curtains, but in the end he also fell to his death. The official report stated that no prior connection between Lu, her family, and the two suspects had been found. Some people believe that the authorities are framing the incident as a robbery to protect Lu's reputation and to prevent further speculation about the relationship between the three individuals involved. Others argue that if it were a simple robbery, the suspects must have been certain that Lu's home contained a large amount of cash, otherwise they wouldn't have taken such a high risk. This key point, they claim, has been avoided by the police. According to a report from the WeChat public account Furong Public Security, on September 19th, the Furong District Branch of the Shaanxi Public Security Bureau announced that a man had been detained for 10 days for deliberately spreading false information to attract attention following the murder of Lu. In China, where freedom of speech is limited, incidents involving high-ranking officials must align with the official narrative. Criticizing or questioning CCP officials is considered a criminal act, and this appears to be one method the authorities use to suppress public discourse. Some people believe that many of these high-ranking officials are involved in financial scandals, asserting that their downfall is inevitable and paying with their lives is only a matter of time. Many people have commented that the Chinese people are often seen as too fearful to resist the CCP, even in extreme circumstances. But over the years, there have been numerous instances of Chinese citizens standing up for their rights when pushed to the brink. According to overseas sources citing CCP statistics, thousands of protests occur each year, including notable movements like the White Paper Revolution, the Sunset Revolution, Social Security protests, teachers demanding back pay, depositors protesting, and PTP financial scam sit-in. In recent years, similar incidents have become increasingly common. Since the start of 2024, violent attacks on officials have surged across China. On August 16th, X-user Daniel Fang shared a screenshot claiming that a recently discharged soldier in Taiyuan, Shaanxi Province had reportedly killed the families of the county party secretary, the head of the demolition office, and the director of the Comprehensive Enforcement Bureau. The incident was due to unfair handling of a demolition case. The suspect remained at large. The authenticity of this claim has yet to be verified, and there has been no official response. Professor Yang Haiyin, an anthropologist at Japan's Shizuoka University, who is familiar with Chinese affairs, told Radio Free Asia that such cases reflect the ongoing tensions between the government and the people in China. Yang noted, "There is a fundamental premise in China. The party is always correct. Even when the party makes mistakes, only the party has a right to deliver justice. The people do not have that right. If the people achieve justice, it's only because the party permits it. From one perspective, it's a situation where officials push the people to rebel, and the people are left with no choice but to resist." Earlier this year, a pro-CCP Hong Kong media outlet republished a 28-year-old case involving the mysterious death of Li Peiyao. The article focused on why Li, a vice-ministerial level official, was killed by a People's Armed Police sentinel. The revival of this old case intrigued readers, not only because of its suspicious details, but also because of the possible implications of its resurfacing at this particular moment. In February 1996, Li Peiyao, then vice chairman of the National People's Congress Standing Committee and chairman of the Revolutionary Committee of the Chinese Kuomintang, was brutally killed by Zhang Jinlong in his home. His murder shocked both China and the world, marking the first time a national leader had been assassinated since 1949. Li was 63 years old. Li's father, Li Zhishen, was a former general in the Republic of China Army who defected from Chiang Kai-shek's Kuomintang after World War II. Li Zhishen then aligned himself with the CCP. Given Li's unique family background, various rumors spread about the circumstances of his tragic death. One version of the story, attributed to a writer using the pseudonym Wu Huan, it claimed that Li had been separated from his wife before his death. His bodyguard at the time, Zhang Jinlong, feeling pity for Li, brought his sister from the countryside to serve as Li's housemaid. The story alleges that Li took advantage of Zhang's sister, resulting in her pregnancy, only to cruelly send her away afterward. Zhang, enraged by the situation, reportedly sought revenge and murdered Li. The official account rejected these rumors. According to authorities, Li Peiyao lived alone in a 2-story villa located at No. 4 Jinjiangkou Outer Street, Xicheng District, Beijing, a complex that housed over 40 high-ranking officials at the vice-ministerial level or above, guarded by 27 armed police officers. Li had no personal bodyguards or housemaids at the time of his death. The official narrative concluded that no personal involvement or motives were behind the murder. It states that the killer was a private first class on duty at the compound where Li resided. According to the court, Zhang was caught stealing by Li and, in a panic, murdered him in a brutal attack. The CCP authorities emphasized that the case had no political implications. On May 2, 1996, Zhang was sentenced to death and promptly executed by firing squad. 28 years later, public skepticism about the official conclusion remains. Many believe the case is unresolved, as Zhang was swiftly executed and critical details about the incident were concealed. Observers have pointed out that the description of the crime scene suggests a level of rage towards Li that goes beyond the simple motive of being caught stealing. Some have also questioned why the government denied that Li, as a high-ranking official, would have had personal guards or a housemaid, which would be expected for someone his stature. At the time of Li's murder in 1996, Jiang Zemin was the leader of the CCP. Tensions with Taiwan's then-president, Li Tenghui, were escalating. Li was an influential figure in the CCP's propaganda efforts targeting Taiwan, and was seen as a key player in the party's United Front strategy. Public speculation suggests that the central government may have covered up the true circumstances of Li's death to preserve his symbolic importance. Why this decades-old case has resurfaced in the media this year remains unclear. Some speculate that it may serve as a warning to current officials, reminding them to tread carefully and avoid a fate similar to Li. In recent years, public displays of dissent have become more common, including individuals hanging protest banners in busy streets and publishing open letters criticizing Xi Jinping. Some commentators have noted that China does not lack individuals willing to rise up, and any sudden event could become the spark for significant social change. Exiled Chinese democracy activist Wang Dan has weighed in, arguing that if deep-rooted societal issues such as wealth inequality, government corruption, and the lack of social justice remain unresolved, public discontent will continue to build. He believes that rising anger could lead to more violent acts, ultimately posing a threat to the CCP's hold on power.